There was a moment in time when a nation stood at the very shore of the Red Sea, the nation of Israel. And yet they had a pursuing army. And some of the nation of Israel looked and said, it would have been better for us to have died in Egypt, for they did not see that right before them, in a moment of time, would be great change that would come to establish my promise and my will concerning them as a people and as a nation. I speak this at this time, says the living God, because this nation has stood in a place where it seems as though the enemy has had the upper hand. The pursuit and the harshness of the hand of the enemy has been great. And there are those who have doubted, and they have looked and asked, God, when shall you respond? You say this because you do not understand that even as I did with Pharaoh and his army, I set a trap for them. As I lure them in the waters, I have set a trap for many in the earth, and they will be caught, they will be tried, they will be found guilty, they will be brought to justice as my righteousness and justice shall prevail. I speak this analogy of the journey of Israel at their moment when it looked like it would not change. Yet great changes came as there was a parting of the Red Sea, and there was a deliverance that was brought to the nation of Israel. Listen closely. It will look as though things are darker for just a little longer, and they will speak about your water. They will speak about your food. They will speak even about your power. But God says, watch, for suddenly there shall be a swift and drastic change that shall cause shock and awe to the earth. And great changes shall be the future season that I'm bringing this nation and my people into. Therefore, I call to the watchmen. I call to those who kneel, those who stand, those who pray. Watch your month of August, for the enemy has sought and has spoken from the very places of hell, and he has said, this shall be the month of August of storms. Will you allow darkness to arise at the expense of the enemy's hand? Will you allow there to be the manipulating of the weather patterns to rise up storm, to come and to affect this nation and to bring great winds, great destruction, great devastation, great distraction before your midterms? God says you have the power, you have the authority, you have the agreement to speak a season of shalom and peace to that which the enemy is desiring to bring by the way of storms. For I speak to my watchmen, and I say to you, stand in a place where you understand that at your words, you can stand in the spirit of Elijah, and you can say, it shall not rain, it shall rain, this shall happen, this shall not happen. And so God says, I call you to speak forth a divine delay that shall come at your words. I have a plan, I have an agenda. I am looking in my agenda to bring a divine disruption that shall bring a divine delay that shall cause those who want to steal your freedoms and even your election to pause and say, what do we do now? I have ruled from my Supreme Court, and I will use your Supreme Court And you will see that what I have ruled shall now be reflected in the courts of your land, even at the highest level, says the Lord. This is the time that kings, leaders, and many are being brought before me. And God says you will see more shakeup in Europe, and then you will see it in South America. And through Central America, you will see some step down, others forcefully removed. Others will be removed by the way of death. And you will see this begin to come even into North America for swift changes among those who rule by way of governmental rule and authority. I am the one that is setting a new era. I am the one that is bringing new faces. That righteousness and justice may be the plan of not a golden era, but a silver era of redemption.